Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Combo here. Today I'm bringing you guys some Black Ops 3 PS4 gameplay. It's a free-for-all on Combine. Hope you guys enjoy it. Today I picked out a free-for-all that wasn't the best free-for-all and wasn't the worst. I just wanted to pick this gameplay in particular to give you guys a few tips and some advice for playing free-for-all in Black Ops 3 because to my findings it's a little bit different than free-for-all in previous Call of Duties, but if you master it you can become really good at this, earn a lot of cryptokeys from earning wins in this game mode, and just ultimately be really successful, level up quickly, level up your weapons quickly, and you know, all that good stuff. So right away, the first thing I noticed in this version of free-for-all, I guess Black Ops 3's version of free-for-all, is that you can't move about as freely as you would like. I personally am a player who rushes around a lot, but in free-for-all you really can't do that. You have to kind of stay stationary, especially on smaller maps like Combine. And the reason why I chose this gameplay is because at first I was trying to rush around a little bit, trying to move around the map, and I realized about you know, a little bit in that I couldn't really do that. I wasn't doing too well. I was getting killed and everything. So unfortunately you kind of have to hold down a spot like I'm doing right now. This is a great spot because you can hold down 2 spawn points and 2 popular or high traffic areas, being that hallway right there and then to the right over there where the truck is. People will be spawning and running through there, and that's actually a really good spot to pick off people, as you can see me doing right now. So the thing with free-for-all, like I said, is you gotta kind of keep it cool. You have to stay stationary a little bit, be patient, and just kind of pick off people as they spawn. The next thing is obviously knowing the spawns, and this is true for every game mode and every Call of Duty. Knowing the spawns will give you the edge, and it does take a little bit of time to know the spawns, so don't expect to be an expert as soon as you join into a free-for-all, because it does take a little bit of time to adjust. But the good news is in Black Ops 3, the top 3, if you finish in the top 3 of free-for-all, it's considered a win in your stats, and wins help get a lot of cryptokeys for you. That's how it was in the past. You know, top 3 is always considered a win. So as you're adjusting, just try to aim for the top 3, and you will actually pull off a really good win-loss ratio in this game mode, because it's kind of hard to you know, not come in the top 3 if you play a full-length free-for-all, and if you're not like messing around, if you're actually trying to win. So I think my win-loss in this is like 21-1, so I've only come in 4th or worse one time, so that really helps out your win-loss ratio if you really care about that. But like I said, more importantly, it helps you get cryptokeys so you can get more supply drops and get cool ammo and cool loot and all that good stuff. Another thing is, like I said, knowing the spawns. You have to know where the spawn points are. On smaller maps, they're easier to predict. As you can see, I was sitting in that building over to the left, because there's a spawn point where these big boulders are, and there's also a spawn point kind of down there to my, like, where I'm aiming at right now. And you can just kind of get used to it and pick people off like that. It is kind of, you know, it feels campy, but that's how it is in Black Ops 3. You kind of have to do this. I don't know. I personally find that if you run around, people will spawn behind you, unless they adjust the spawns soon. People will spawn very close to you, very, you know, unexpectedly behind you or something like that, and you'll get picked off and stuff like that. So that's that tip. The last thing I wanted to talk about is just choosing the right class for free-for-all, because this also took me a little bit of time to realize. Choosing the right specialist is good, as well as a good start, because you know, if you have like cloning or psychosis, I think that's called, or the hive or something like that, those aren't really useful in free-for-all. I think the most useful free-for-all streaks are what I'm using right now, the Sparrow, or maybe even the Tempest, the Annihilator, those kinds of things. Even the Vision Pulse, so you can see enemies through walls, that's really helpful, especially if you're in high traffic areas. So pick the right specialist streak to use, or the specialist character to use if you're playing free-for-all. The next thing, like I said, is setting up your class right. You want to set up your class around your gun. So you want to focus in on what perks to use and what attachments to use, especially. If you try to build your class maybe around like equipment or something, don't even bother with, you know, equipment, because they're not really useful in here at all. Maybe just 1 or 2 concussion grenades. I don't even roll with a primary grenade in free-for-all, but you definitely want to build your class around your gun, because that's the most important thing in free-for-all, is gun skill, and it's really emphasized here in Black Ops 3. Whoever has the most gun skill, whoever has the most best aim in here, comes out on top. The last thing I wanted to recommend to you guys is to use lower score streaks. Definitely use the UAV. It'll help a ton giving away enemy positions and everything like that. And maybe a Hellstorm or, you know, a lightning strike, something along those lines. Keep the streaks low. The really high streaks are hard to get, and, you know, score isn't easily you know, achieved in free-for-all. So definitely keep the streaks low, use the UAV, and you guys will hopefully come out on top after a few matches. Hope these tips helped you guys, and I'll see you all later.